Comes forward, the red light is on, and we're all set. And they're racing now from the 1700, and Good Fortune got a good start with Arsino. Heavenly Affair tucked in nicely. Meltem goes forward, and then came Data Lake, who's on the outside. Over on the inside is Champagne Gal as they settle and work into the back straight from Speeding Bullet. Cosmic Reflection, Seconda Vita was caught out wide and dragged back to the tail of the field with Good Fortune, who usually comes from behind's in front today from Meltem, Arsino, and Heavenly Affair came away from the insiders racing in fourth spot, one off the fence. 1.5 to Champagne Gal, and then came Data Lake. Further back is Speeding Bullet, Cosmic Reflection, and Seconda Vita. About to work off the back straight, and it's Good Fortune showing the way. Good Fortune leads by 1.5 to Meltem. Third on the inside is Arsino. Heavenly Affairs running fourth, a little bit keen. Champagne Gal is over on the inside in the Stelmac colours, and then came Data Lake. Speeding Bullet on the inside of Cosmic Reflection, and Seconda Vita is back at the tail of the field. So Good Fortune for Stevie Parnham's out in front, leading a half. 2 Meltem, third Arsino, fourth is Heavenly Affair, fifth on the inside Champagne Gal, and then came Data Lake. Cosmic Reflection taking off from the back, but it's got a big job from Speeding Bullet. And last of all is Seconda Vita coming around the turn. 4.50 to go. Good Fortune in front of Meltem. On the inside, running third is Arsino. Heavenly Affair about to get to the outside, just held up for one sprint at them. And then Cosmic Reflection, Champagne Gal, Data Lake, Seconda Vita, Speeding Bullet in the straight. Heavenly Affair coming with a good run down the outside, being nursed by Warwick as race to Meltem. Arsino got through as well. Heavenly Affair the outside from Meltem. Arsino and Good Fortune. Heavenly Affair showing its class, has got the head in front. Meltem fights back hard. Heavenly Affairs in front, just one from Meltem. 2.5 Arsino, third and fourth Good Fortune. And then Champagne Gal, followed by Cosmic Reflection, and then Speeding Bullet. A break, Seconda Vita and Data Lake has finished last. Heavenly Affair dropping in class today, had the weight, had the 1700, but Lucy Warwick handled the horse beautifully and was just nursing it and kidding to it. She got to the front from Meltem, and the two at the head of the market have fought it out with Heavenly Affair just doing the better work. The reins were fairly loose there over the final 50, as you can see in this low shot. And Heavenly Affair has just won it. The head-on being displayed now. These two horses got past Good Fortune. Arsino was coming through, looked a threat, and then peaked on the run, as it's done a few times. Cosmic Reflection had to make a long run from the back. Champagne Gal wasn't up for it behind them. And Heavenly Affair, Lucy just getting busy with the whip very late and just nursed it before that, and the horse has done enough. So Heavenly Affair for Vern Brockman is by Playing God out of Parc de Moor. A 4-year-old brown mare for Vern and R.W. Duggan, also El Bustle and W. Gardner and A.E. House. We'll track downstairs and have a chat with Vernon after the running of race 6.
Thanks, Rich. You're still waiting for Vern Brockman to come into the yard, but pretty good performance that, Pete, by Heavenly Affair. You thought he was probably the best bet on the card.
Yeah, I mean, just based off its recent figures, you certainly had to have a bit of respect for the horse. It's been running consistently without getting the job done, and finally managed to just get over to the top of Meltem there. But look, two of the more consistent horses in that field, the figures certainly back that up, and finally just got a nice run in transit.
Vernon's just now making his way into the yard. Congratulations, Vernon. I know before the race you thought that the price was probably a little bit too short. Was that because you got burned a couple of times last two starts? It's been a beaten favourite.
Yes, well, look, it was an excellent ride by Lucy today. Perfect ride, because I thought she'd pull a bit harder than that. But, yeah, we won, but not by much, but very happy. You
certainly thought the price was a little bit too short. Were you confident going into today's race?
Well, you never are when you don't know if the horse will get the 1700, but she's fitting well, and Lucy did a super job today.
Yeah, big step up in trip from the 14 to the 17. Do you stay at the 17 now, or do you go a little bit further, or do you go back? What do you think?
I'm undecided yet, but I'm not sure yet, but I don't think we're going to give her too many more starts if we give her any this preparation.
Well, she was overdue a win. She's been a little bit unlucky. She finally drew a gate today. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Vernon Brockman there, the winning train repeats of Heavenly Affair. Pretty keen on it. I know you were before the race.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, that Divine Shadow race, we saw Lookout come out and win, obviously, coming out of that event. It's produced a couple of winners. And, look, I think Heavenly Affair's been a little bit unlucky at times so far this preparation, but it has been racing well. I mean, behind the Fugazzi, Zephyr Queen ran a particularly good race on that occasion, and obviously Divine Shadow.
Yeah, I know the Fugazzi was a little bit disappointing on the weekend, but on the raw figures, he wasn't that bad at all. And to be a length and a half behind the Fugazzi certainly would be beating most of the horses here today. It does look like a difficult ride for Lucy, and she had to cajole her all the way through the race, but she got the chocolates there. And Lucy is a regular rider of this horse. She's ridden him every start, every start, so she knows this horse better than anyone.
Yeah, exactly right. But we've really seen Lucy Warwick, just her technique come to the fore over the last couple of seasons or so. We just saw a really strong ride there towards the end, just keeping the horse going through the line. It was a particularly nice piece of horsemanship. Yeah,
10 starts now for the 2 wins and the 4 minor placings for Lucy Warwick and Heavenly Affair. The big weight didn't stop this horse. Has been knocking on the door since that trial win. 2 minor placings and 2 fourths as well, in arguably better company than it found here in the Furphy Handicap.
Yeah, I think that extra little bit of distance probably just helped the horse as well. A few of the other horses didn't look like they necessarily handled that extra step up here today, but Heavenly Affair put the writing on the wall. The way that was attacking the line the last couple of starts, it gave every indication that it would handle that little bit further and trip. Lucy Warwick just coming in now, just about to jump on the scales. We'll have a quick chat about her ride on Heavenly Affair. Lucy, congratulations. It was probably a little bit of a trickier ride than you might have anticipated on first glance on the race, at the way that was panning out.
Yeah, for sure. She's a really talented mare, and she gets there too easily and then she gives up. I think she could have won her last 2 races, but she just switches off and she tricks you. She'll be travelling, you'll be like, all right, let's go. As soon as you hit the front, she'll just stop. And we had it way too easy this time. You know, 1 out, 1 back. We're going that slow, and I just had to swing off for as long as possible, and it felt really wrong. So I just wanted to get going. And then, yeah, she just did it easily, but like she switched off again today, and we hit the front quite soon. But it's probably the most honest she's ever been.
Were you surprised you were 1 out, 1 back? Did you want to be in that position pre-race?
I wasn't surprised. I thought that's probably where I will be. There's no speed, but I really wanted to get to the fence just so I could cuddle her up and maybe get a little bit held up.
Now, looking forward to Saturday, there's a horse that you trialled with for your father, Truly Belong. Looking forward to seeing how this horse goes under the Warwick team. Your thoughts on that horse?
Yeah, she's a real honest little mare. She loves her work. She's great to work with at home. She's drawn awkward. She's got 59 and barrier 11, but you've got to start somewhere. And hopefully we somehow pinch a lucky run and she shows up at the finish.
All right, sounds good. Looking forward to Saturday. Go well.
Thank you very much.
1, 2, 5 and 7 your numbers in race number 6. Race number 7 jumps at 4:15. It's going to be an emotional affair, this. The Welcome Back Brad Parnham Handicap over 1,400 metres. His first ride since January 2018. Join us after the break on Thoroughbred Central.